Micah 7:7, the Bible gives us this intelligence. Therefore will I look unto the Lord. I will wait. Somebody say, I'll wait. Look at somebody and tell them, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I might get frustrated in the process, but I'll wait. I will wait for the God of my salvation. Why, Micah? Because my God will hear me. He'll hear me. I'm not just throwing words out into the atmosphere. My God will hear what I say. Verse number 8. Now listen here. I want to talk to your enemies for a minute. It's me. Oh, mine enemy. Because you know you got some enemies that's just been waiting a long time to laugh at you. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Verse number 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Hear what he said. He says to all of your enemies, he said, rejoice not against me, oh mine enemy, because when I fall, I shall arise. Oh, get hard sometime, Brother Herman. Seem like I'm tripping. That's all right. You just better make sure that when you fall, you got enough in you to get up and brush yourself off and get right back in there. Now, he ain't talking about falling into sin now. Let me explain to you. When you're in a boxing match, not only do you have to have the strength to throw a punch, but you better have a chin that can take a punch. You know, you got some folk, as long as this dude ain't throwing back at them, they just working them arms, just go hit them right in the chin and they going down. And sometimes you got a glass chin and the enemy hits you right in your soft spot. But in this struggle with the enemy, sometimes look like the enemy is going to get the best of you, but he'll never win, because God said even when it looked like it's over for you, God said you're going to get right back up. Sometimes you're going to suffer a setback in your health. Sometimes you'll suffer a setback in your finances, and before you know it, when you thought you had everything together, look like you done fell into a hard time, but God said you're going to rise again. I want to talk to some people that really want the victory tonight. I mean, you understand. I told you this morning, you might get cut up, but you soldier enough. You don't put band-aids on little paper cuts. Listen, you more of a soldier than that. You got to learn how to keep on going. And this is what I come to tell you tonight. You are a soldier in the army of the Lord. And God never promised you that in this army you wouldn't get wounded. Listen here, you are fighting a real enemy that's intent on killing you. God didn't tell you you wouldn't get bruised every now and then. And that's what God is saying. God is saying, I'm not trying to raise up a bunch of people that can't take nothing. I want some people that understand, with a bullet in your arm and a wound in your leg, if you got to drag yourself, you getting to the other side. Look at y'all, ain't saying nothing here. Touch your neighbor. Help me announce my text. Tell them, neighbor, you got to get back up. Look at somebody else and tell them, neighbor, you've got to get back up. That's what you gotta do. Stop laying down letting the devil kick on you. God said, get up. Because the victory is not reserved for those, amen, that fall down and give up just because they're facing a few hard days. We all gonna face some hard days. God said, I'm looking for somebody that understands that even when I suffer a setback, it's just a set up for my come. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. Yeah, God said, I'm trying to set you up for another comeback. Sometimes God let the devil feel like he got the best out of you. And sometimes you know you're right there where it seemed like the enemy got the best out of you. But God said, all you got to do is just have the will in you to get back up and keep going. And I'm going to show the devil that it was more to you than meets the eye. Look at somebody and tell them, neighbor, you just got to get back up. What we've got to understand, and I told you again this morning, God never promised us a trouble-free life. As a child of God, that's not what I expect. I don't expect, amen, that the enemy is just going to let me live saved without any form of trouble or trial or tribulation. I understand that I got an enemy to face. That's the nature of the beast, amen. I've just got an enemy to face. And if you understand that a man can only do what he's been called to do, amen, then you ought to expect the devil to just be the devil. I wake up every morning, I don't expect no more out of him because he's just the devil. So when he shows up with an issue for you, you've got to understand that this is just what he's supposed to do. Don't you know the devil is so evil that the devil knows that what he takes you through is going to take you higher in God, but he hates you so much he can't just sit by and not mess with you. So the devil is actually a fool being used by God. Every time he bothers you, every time he hits you, he knows it's only going to take you higher, but he hates you so much he just can't sit by and not throw a punch at you. That's just how evil the devil is. But you know, sometimes we need to stop focusing on how much power the enemy has and focus on the power that worketh in us. Look at somebody and tell them, neighbor, I'm still packing power. You know, Apostle Murray talked to us about that a few years ago. I want to know, is there anybody here still got a few bullets in your chamber? Y'all ain't talking here. Anybody got a bullet in your chamber? Do you got a clip in your pocket? Then touch your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, I'm still packing power. Amen. I'm not going to get to the point in my life to where I'm a child of God and crying every day. How in the world you serving God and crying every day? Church, could I preach up in here? How in the world you out, God, expect to tell somebody else that it's worth serving the Lord and you don't ever have the victory? Listen here, I come to tell some of you that you got power that you're not even using yet. But if you'd ever rise up in God, if you ever brush yourself off and said, all right, devil, I done had all I can stand and I just can't stand no more, then I come to tell you tonight, when you decide to rise up in God, God said there's going to be a power that comes out of you. Now unto him, God that is able to keep me from falling. God said you ain't got to go down every time the devil decides that it's time for you to go down. God said I'm looking for somebody that's going to use the power that I gave them. And I don't care if you got to bend over. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. You gonna let the devil know you can try, but it won't work, because I'm working with too much power to keep on being depressed. I got too much power for me to cry every day. How in the world I'm a child of God and I never have the victory? The devil is a liar. Slap somebody a high five and tell them, neighbor, I got too much power to go down in defeat. The devil is a liar. I'm not going down in defeat. Sometime in your life, child of God, the devil will hit you and knock you to your knees. But that's where you need to be. Take advantage of that opportunity and talk to God and say, Lord, look at where I am right now. He thought he was hurting me, but he put me in a place where I could get more strength. He put me in a place where I could get more power. And when you get back up this time, brush yourself off, stretch yourself, and tell the devil, all right, I'm back, and I'm better than I was before. That's your neighbor. Tell a neighbor, just keep on coming. Tell him I'm going to keep on coming. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. God said it's time now for us to frustrate the enemy. You know what my daddy told me? He said it's two people you better get away from. He said it's somebody that when you make them mad, the first thing they start doing is laughing. Oh God, because if they that mad and they just start laughing, that means they done snapped and they about to go off. Well, I come to tell you, I hope the devil make you so mad that you start laughing, that you get some joy, because the joy of the Lord is my strength. Slap 3 people a high five and tell them I'm about to go off now. I'm about to go off now. Is there anybody here ready for some real victory? He told me the second person that you need to get away from is a person that you give them your best shot and they keep on coming. Look at y'all, ain't saying nothing here. Can I prophesy to you? Some of you, the devil done threw his best shot. It rocked you. But God said, you gotta get back up and keep on coming. You gotta let the devil know that if you knock me down, that's all right with me. But you didn't knock me out. Because he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide. I feel like preaching here. I don't know what it is. Under the shadow of the Almighty. Touch somebody and tell them, neighbor, I'm going to keep on coming. Let the heathen rage. I'm keep on coming. Let the devil. I'm going to keep on coming. Let the lion lie. I'm going to keep on coming. Because victory shall be mine. Say I. Say I. Keep on coming. Look at your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, the devil might have hurt you, but is there any fight left in you? I got to know tonight. Is there anybody in here still got some fight left? Do you still got it? Then shake yourself like Samson did and shake up a fresh anointing. Killed 1,000 last week. I'm gonna shake myself. I need a fresh anointing. I killed 300 last Friday night, but I'm gonna shake myself and get some fight back. Look at your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, I got fight in me. Tell him, be careful with me. I'm ready for the fight. I'm not looking for it, but I'm ready for it. If I know the devil like I know it, it's just a matter of time. He's gonna hit me. He's gonna punch me. He's gonna knock me down. But every time I hit the mat, I'm coming back up, brushing myself off, and saying, is that all you got? Y'all ain't saying it here. You gotta get ready for the fight of your life. Look at your neighbor and tell him that's what I'm in right now. I'm in the fight of my life, but I'm determined to make it through. I'm determined to live on. I'm back up. If he hinders your health, get back up. If he hinders your mind, get back up. If he hinders your finances, get back up. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And I come to tell you, I heard a man say that if he knocked you down, make sure you fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Because I look to the hills, but when coming my help, all of my help come from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. I got a million, got 1,000 shall fall at my right hand, 10,000 at my left, but the victory is still gonna be mine. Cause if God be for me, he's more than the world against me. Touch somebody and tell them, neighbor, I can only go down but so far, and I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Say I. Say I. See, what you don't understand is that the devil is so quick to celebrate. He hit you and turned around and started shouting. But he should have kept his eyes on you. Because he gave you enough time to get a second wind. Touch your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, I'm getting my second wind. I'm getting back up and I'm ready to do it again. I'm going to get back up and give it another try, because I'm crazy enough to believe that this fight ain't over until I win. Shake 3 hands and tell them, neighbor, tell them it's not over until I win. God keep counting me back in when the devil keep counting me out. 1, 2, 3. God said, wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. He picked me back up and tell me to get back out there. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready for a few more rounds. Touch your neighbor and tell them, just get back up. I hope what you're not waiting on is for somebody to feel sorry for you. Touch somebody close here and tell them, I ain't sorry for you. I ain't sorry for you. Brother Herman is hurting me so bad. I ain't sorry for you, because the pain you're going through now is going to give you what you need. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. I'm not looking at you saying it's going to be all right. Oh, God understand. Oh, no, listen here. I ain't got time to baby you. You in the fight of your life. I just got to pick you back up, tell you to get your butt back in there and fight some more. You can't sit down now. Touch somebody and tell them, neighbor, I ain't sorry for you. I lost my job. get back up. Brother Herman, my daddy died, mine too. Get back up. I'm losing my house. I ain't sorry for you. Get back up. We babying people at the wrong time. Oh, just put your head right here. Just put it right. Oh, listen here. Oh, listen. You a grown man. You ain't got no business crying on my neck. Look at y'all ain't saying nothing here. I don't feel sorry for you. Get back up. So what? The devil don't care nothing about sympathy. We're trying to baby people into the kingdom when we ought to be trying to make them tough enough. Brother Herman, I got sick the other day, and now I done lost the feeling on my left side. I ain't sorry for you. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. You got to make the most of what you got. Y'all ain't talking here. Because somebody, if you baby them, they'll sit down and do less than what they really can do. Sometimes you got to force people to recover. Well, y'all ain't saying nothing now. Look at y'all getting quiet here. Sometimes you got to let them do it by themselves. Every time you turn around, you got to wheel them here. And when they get there, they stand up and walk about 4 steps. Then they do what they got to do and sit back down. And you got to wheel them back. No, listen here. I ain't sorry for you. I want to see you get back up and do more than you're doing right now. Brother Herman, you don't understand. I heard laughing. I don't even know where it come from. I just heard some laughing. It was the devil. I was laying in my bed. I don't even know where the voice came from. I woke up and I heard laughing in the house. It's the devil. Because he know after all that testimony, hey man, you still too weak to even get out the bed. I ain't sorry for you. Brother Herman, you don't understand. I'm going through what they call depression. I ain't sorry for you. Because I've been there before. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. I've been there before. I remember after my father died in 96. A few months after that, I had to make a decision that hurt me to my heart to make. I was living with Apostle and Sister Murray. Sister Ebron, I don't know what it was that came over me. I just lost my father. My world was turned upside down. It hurt me so bad during that time period that I said stuff and did stuff I'm ashamed about to this day and ain't told nobody. I was just hurting. I ain't committing no sin, y'all. I was just hurting. And I spoke out of my pain. Some stuff I ain't told nobody but my wife. And I was ashamed that she even know that about me. God had to straighten me out. And I remember coming home and I didn't want to say nothing to nobody. I wasn't upset with nobody. I just didn't have words to say. I'd come to church and I'd sit on the pulpit and it took everything in me to clap my hands. People were writing Sister Murray notes on the pulpit saying, Sister Murray, is Brother Herman okay? Is he okay? Tell him I'm praying for him. I didn't know what was going on with me. All I knew is that I didn't feel like doing nothing. I'd come home, I was so ashamed of myself. I didn't know what to do. I'd come back in, amen, from school, and I'd go right to my room. I wouldn't go into the kitchen until about 10 or 11, so I didn't have to bump into nobody because I didn't know what to say. But I kept coming. And 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 I kept on coming. And after a while, God lifted that heavy load off of me. So listen, you might be depressed, but I don't feel sorry for you because I've been there. I was there, lost all that weight. Didn't know what to do. God had to bring me out of that. And you got to learn, sometimes when you're dealing with issues, you can't just sit there. And that's the mistake some of us make. I can't go tonight. I don't feel good in I'm just so tired in my mind. You get tired in your mind. The enemy been fighting me all week. I tell you, I'm so drained mentally and emotionally. I can't come to church. And you just telling the devil that your mind ain't strong? And you gonna stay home and let him fight your mind while your mind ain't strong? You gotta get the victory sooner or later. Some folk, because of what they go through, they just sit at home. I'll go back when I start feeling better. Got some folk, the enemy done hit them in their health, and they sitting up at the house. I'm too embarrassed. I don't want to go to church in no wheelchair. Listen, I told them, if you got to roll me in, wheel me. Listen, I don't care if I fall on the outside of the door. Just get a stick and push me on in. Y'all ain't saying just get me into the house of God. If you got to pick me up and set me in a chair, just as long as I get in his presence. I don't want to go to church on crutches. I'm too embarrassed to go in a wheelchair. You know, you got some people like that. They talk big all them years, and then when they finally need a wheelchair, I don't want to walk in church on no cane. I'm just too embarrassed. I just wait. I ain't ready for that right now. What happened to all those years of fighting, and now all of a sudden the devil done hit you in your health, and you fell down and can't get up? He said, when I fall, I'm getting back up. I am getting up. And you know it ought to be your life that the devil already know that if you just happen to get down there, he automatically know she getting back up. Just a matter of time. She coming back. But the devil can walk away from some of us because he knock us down and we just stand down there. Why y'all laughing at me? You can't let every little thing stop you. You know what I tell you? I tell you how some people are. The devil's so tricky that he ain't even hitting you with nothing physical. All he doing is sending family over to the house. Boy, y'all sure got quiet there. I'm a preacher. God called me to preach. And every time a holiday come around, you can't come to church because you got to spend time with them. See, I know y'all wasn't going to like me for saying that. How you going to be a preacher and every time a holiday come around, you can't show up at church because you got to hang out with a bunch of people that ain't saved no way? Listen, I ain't talking to y'all preachers. I'm talking to other preachers. The devil just send people and then knock you off course. Tell Pastor Mary, I won't be there the whole weekend. I'm going to spend time with my family. And you're a preacher. How in the world? What if God called you the pastor? What you going to do then? Tell the church I ain't going to be there, but I'm going to send a videotape. They can watch the tape. I'll see them next weekend. And the more more you stay out, the more you're going to find reasons to stay out. Listen, I grew up in the church. I done seen people come to church under some of the most terrible circumstances. I've seen people come to church with broke limbs that didn't even go to the hospital and get them set, just wrap the sheet, had it around their neck like this. Come to church, go to the hospital after church. See, y'all just sitting there looking. I done seen people 9.5 months pregnant. They come hobbling in the back door, just hobbling in. When you do, any minute now. Amen. Any day now, any day. Any day. And you know what? I done seen them almost have babies in church. You open the back door, see the ambulance light just flashing on the wall. What? Oh, she done went into labor. But now everything's stopping everything. Now everything's stopping people now. You got to learn how to pick yourself back up. See, I'm not going to sit here because ain't nobody coming to my pity party. Some of us want people to cry with us. Don't call me because I'm not a crier like that. I want you to call me. You ain't telling me why. Why? I just feel like crying. Well, get that out at home when you're all by yourself. You don't need to invite nobody to cry with you. What in the world we both gonna be sitting there crying for? Just crying. I gotta say, you know. See, I'm always getting. At the 8050, we walked into the auditorium, and it was so beautiful. When you walked in, Apostle Waters leaned over to me. He said, I got to get away from you because I'm about to cry, and then you're going to cry, and then we both just going to be standing up here, two grown men just crying together. What's that going to look like? You throwing a pity party, and I'm just going to call you to help you cry. What is that doing for you? If you got to shed a few tears, shed them and get yourself back up and move on with your life. Listen, you still got some life to live. Pick yourself back up. People are not going to feel sorry for you just because you got a sad story to tell. They'll still look over you and hire somebody else. People are not suckers for sad stories. They want to know that you done faced some adversities in your day and still had the gall to get up and face the next day with just as much strength as you started out with yesterday morning. That's what people want to know. And it's time now for us to get back up. We are tougher than that, y'all. We can't come to church, can't do nothing. We tougher than that. I can't pay my tithe. I got too much. The devil hit me in my finance. We tougher than that, y'all. We made out of more. You know what God made us to do? God made us to take that punch and keep on going. The more they hit you, the more you get used to it. And after a while, you can come to church. Listen, you know what I don't like to hear all the time? Now, I know sometimes you might get that, but now every time you get up and testify, you ought not be saying, I had to press my way to church. Every time you come, I just had to press my way in, brother. I mean, I'm here, but I had to press. Listen, you ought to enter these gates with thanksgiving. And into these cars. Listen, you ought to get joy out of coming to church. Get back up. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. The doctors told me I was sick. Listen, the world ain't going to take it easy on you just because you're sick. You got to pay high gas prices like everybody else. You can get fired like everybody else. The world ain't going to take it easy on you, and the devil ain't either. Get yourself back up. Brother Herman, he left me. And you just mad because he left first. And people are not going to feel sorry for you. I can't come to church no more. Child, I'm just too depressed. Every time I come, I see that person that hurt me and broke my heart. And now I come up in church, I can't even get in the service because I look over there and I see him and he looks so happy he done moved on. Get over it. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. They done moved on with their life. Move on with yours and go on and serve God. It's time for the people of God to get the victory. He says, don't rejoice against me, enemy. Because if you see me go down, I'm just going down to catch my second wind. And I'm coming right back up. And I'm going to face this new round with new joy and with new power. Because I still got some fight left in me. Surely all the fight wasn't beat out of you the last round you come through. You mean the devil beat it all out of you? Or do you have enough that says, listen, I don't care what, if I got to scratch, if I got to bite a few ears off, I'm going to do what I got to, I'm going through this round. Y'all ain't saying I get tired of throwing my arm down. I got fight left in me. All you got to do is make an effort. Stop laying there. You get down there, punch him in the foot, do something. Just don't lay there, man. Just show that you ain't gave up on yourself. He said, because when I fall, I'll rise again. Come on, stand to your feet. I'm going to show a real interest in my own victory. What I do with my mind heavy, Brother Herman? Then get Jesus on your mind. What I do when I'm so heavy that the weight of my problems is, even though they're not physical problems, they're causing me physical pain. You got to get Jesus on your mind. Get Jesus on your mind. Because he said he'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on him. Brother Herman, I come to church and I may not even feel like clapping my hand. Listen, you need to change your clothes. He said he'll give you the garment of praise. Didn't he say a garment of praise? For the spirit. You need to take off that heavy coat and put on the garment of praise. There was a woman that went to the church on Ewing. She got in one of those depressed states, but she came to church. Now I'll never forget, my mother used to tell me this story all the time. So she would sit out in the audience and she would just sit there through the service. But she kept coming. And the people that sat on both sides of her told her to stand up, and they helped her to stand up. And while the praises were going on, she didn't even have the strength to lift her own hands. They got next to her and they lifted her hands for her. And after a while, it caught on. And she was able to lift her hands for herself. Just keep coming and make the effort, and God's going to renew your strength. If there's one here tonight that's not saved, I want you to come. If you're here and you're not saved, you're not filled with the Holy Ghost, I want you to come now. Today's a good day to give your heart to the Lord.